Welcome to our channel. You know me, I love getting under the skin, but today we're going even deeper. We're diving into the fascinating world of dermatology to uncover 16 skin signs that could indicate underlying systemic diseases. Now, we're not talking about your average pimple or rash here. These are clues your skin might be sending about your overall health. Just like a popped pimple can tell us about what's going on underneath the surface of the skin, these more subtle signs can be a window into what's happening inside your body. We're talking about things like unusual pigmentation, persistent itching, or even certain types of sores. Recognizing these signs can prompt timely investigation and management, and that's what we're all about today, folks, taking control of our health. Let's talk about itchiness. We've all been there, but when it's all over and there's no rash, it could point to something like cholestasis, even lymphoma. Don't ignore the itch. Ever notice darker, velvety patches on your skin? This is called acanthosis nigricans, and it can be linked to insulin resistance, even certain cancers. A rash that gets worse in the sun, especially one with those telltale Gauthron's papules, could be dermatomyositis, sometimes linked to other serious conditions. Chapter 4. Erythema nodosum. When your skin speaks of inflammation, erythema nodosum, these tender red bumps often on the shins can be your body's way of reacting to infections, even inflammatory bowel disease. Levato reticularis, a marbled warning sign. That lacy marbled pattern on the skin, that's levato reticularis, and it can sometimes signal autoimmune conditions like lupus or blood vessel problems. Pyoderma gangrenosum, more than just a painful sore. Pyoderma gangrenosum presents with painful ulcers, often on the legs, and it can be linked to conditions like inflammatory bowel disease or rheumatoid arthritis. Necrobiosis lipoidica often shows up as yellowish-brown patches on the skin, and it's strongly associated with diabetes. Time to get that blood sugar checked. Those small yellowish bumps often around the eyes, those are xanthomas, and they can indicate high cholesterol or other lipid problems. If you notice your palms are unusually red, it could be palmar erythema, which can be linked to liver disease, thyroid issues, or even rheumatoid arthritis. Chapter 10. Beyond the manicure nail changes and what they reveal. Our nails can tell us a lot about our health. Clubbing, discoloration, or those little splinter hemorrhages, they can all be signs of something more serious going on. Chapter 11. Cutaneous vasculitis. When inflammation targets blood vessels, cutaneous vasculitis. This is when inflammation affects the blood vessels in the skin, leading to palpable purpura and even ulcers. It can be associated with a whole range of conditions from hepatitis to lupus. Chapter 12. Eruptive xanthomas, a sign your triglycerides are through the roof. Those clusters of yellowish bumps, often itchy, are eruptive xanthomas, and they're a sign that your triglycerides are way too high. Chapter 13. Café au lait macules. More than just a birthmark? You know, we all have birthmarks, but those light brown café au lait macules, if you have several, could be a sign of neurofibromatosis, a genetic disorder. Chapter 14. Pigmentation problems, when your skin's color speaks volumes. Changes in skin pigmentation, whether it's getting darker, known as hyperpigmentation, or lighter, known as hypopigmentation, can be a sign of hormonal imbalances or even autoimmune diseases. Oral and genital ulcers. A delicate subject, a serious sign. Sores in the mouth or genital area, especially if they're recurring, can be a sign of conditions like Behçet's disease or even Crohn's disease. Chapter 16. Petechiae and purpura. Tiny dots, big concerns. Those tiny red or purple dots on the skin called petechiae and purpura mean there's bleeding under the skin. It could be as simple as a minor injury, but it can also indicate something more serious like a blood clotting disorder or even meningitis. Wow, we covered a lot today. From itchy rashes to those tiny red dots, our skin can tell us so much about what's going on inside our bodies. Remember, These are just some of the skin signs that could indicate underlying health issues. If you notice any of these changes in your own skin, don't panic. The most important thing is to be informed and proactive about your health. Talk to your doctor, get the right tests, and remember, early detection is key. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content. Stay healthy and stay informed.